Hello guys and welcome to another video on Godric TV. Now today I'm going to do a bit of a courtesy guide for you guys. Some of you guys that are doing dungeons, just making the progress of the dungeon a little bit slower. Perhaps this will help you in knowing what to do whilst you're doing your runs and not being a little bit of a burden, which some people are, and they're asking questions like, what am I doing wrong? Like, how can I have a quicker run and stuff. So this is the reason why we're making this guide today. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank NCSoft. Those are the guys that are sponsoring this channel. They sponsor Godric TV and my Twitch, etc. So massive shout outs to them. Also, we've recently received a partnership via Twitch TV, which is a massive achievement for myself. I couldn't have done it without all you guys either. Also, one more thing to add is that anything that comes from NCSoft, it all comes from my own perspective. Nothing is influenced by what NCSoft is saying. Okay, so the reason why I've done this guide today is that a lot of people are struggling with dungeons. Now, I want to kind of, when it comes to Asia and stuff, there's a few things that people stick by, a few things that they always go by to make the run smoother, make them quicker, and hopefully that will help you guys when it comes to it. Now, number one of the main things I've kind of come across is that people always knock up. They always, when you're fighting a boss, when you're fighting a mob, whatever you're doing inside a dungeon, people are always hitting a mob into the air, right? So all they're doing is hitting them up into the air, they're juggling them, and then they finish them off. Now, the reason why you don't do that, the fundamental reason why you don't do that is because it is a lack of DPS from everyone else. Don't forget, if you're doing 6-man, you've got another 5 people sitting there twiddling their thumbs until that boss lands. If they're melee. If they're ranged, fine, not a problem. But the majority of groups at the moment that we're kind of coming across are melee orientated. And that seems to be one of the most annoying things to come by at the moment. It's not the end of the world, but when it comes to higher end content, when it comes to Spiral Labyrinth, which is another 45 dungeon, when it comes to the next lot of 50 content like Yeti Cave and stuff like that, people are going to be under gear, they're going to want to be doing it and stuff. So, in my opinion, it is super important that you don't want to keep knocking people in the air. Instead of knocking people in the air, when they get stunned, when they get groggy, whatever, let either a destroyer pick them up. Let a blade dancer either grab them, use their force grip, a force master, use their force grip. Let them do these things. The main reason being is that if they've grabbed hold of them and they're just standing there with the boss or a mob or whatever, the damage is amplified by everyone else. So instead of you hitting it once in the air doing your minimal amount of damage, you've got all 5 of you dealing so much damage on top of them. It's worth doing. That's the most important thing going right now, is don't knock them in the air. Please do not knock them in the air, because people will only rage at you and it's not worth doing it. Just let someone else grab it. If you're a blade dancer, grab them, because all you're going to do is more damage on them if you grab them. Makes sense, right? So never knock them up. Never knock them up. Number two. So number two, a lot of people kind of get caught out by this. Now, I know a lot of people are eager in dungeons. A lot of people want to get the run done as soon as possible, farm it as much as they can every day without fail. One of the main things I've kind of come across as well, a lot of people generally go AFK. Now, AFK, people are going AFK, like, sorry, be right back, got to go and cook my dinner. It's like, are you fucking serious? Why did you join a dungeon when you've got to go and cook your dinner, you know? Like, if you don't have the time to do a dungeon, do not enter the dungeon. It's pretty much self-explanatory, really. Do not enter a dungeon if you have to cook your dinner or you're all of a sudden need to go and squeeze one out. Just leave it. Just don't bother. Just come back to it when you can, because the most annoying thing is you have to remove them from the party if you're sitting there waiting there for like 10-15 minutes, then just you're either going to get removed and you're going to have to slow down the run so they can get someone else in the dungeon. It's just a bit of a bugbear, really, and I've seen it happen a hell of a lot. So yeah, that's that one. Number 3. Another thing is when people start a boss, fire comes up, right? Everyone's going to know what I'm talking about right now. When the fire comes up, okay, make sure you are sitting in the room where the bosses are. If you don't, you're going to get cooked like a chicken wing. and it's not worth it. So if you're going to be sitting there and taking your dumpling or taking your health potion or looking at your inventory, whatever you're doing, make sure you're standing in the room. So if they start, they can start boom, 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 boom. Whilst you're eating your dumpling, you don't have to stand outside the room. If you stand outside the room, you're going to get fried like a chicken wing. Alright, so make sure you stand inside the room. Do not stand outside the room, because if you stand outside the room, you get cooked, and that means we're losing some DPS in the boss fights and stuff. So make sure you stand inside the room. Another thing, you do not have to kill every single ad in this game. You don't have to kill the ads. Killing ads is pointless. You get 5 XP per mob. Not worth. If you go out of a dungeon, kill a mob, you get about 162 per mob. That's default, right? Don't bother killing all the mobs. Follow what everyone else is doing. You can. The thing is about Blade and Soul, you can skip a lot of content. You can skip a lot of ads. You don't need to kill the ads. The ads are going to give you nothing anyway. So just skip them. Skip them. There's no kind of necessity to keep killing them. Yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. A lot of people were asking, like, how can I run a dungeon better and stuff. So this is the reason why I've done this video, to hopefully help some of you guys that may well be struggling. This is the reason why I've kind of done this little video today. It's not really long. I'm just wanted to explain it to you guys, to make you guys fully aware and how to optimize yourself better in Arena. And yeah, hopefully that will help. So that's the end of the video, guys. If you've got any questions, queries, comments, disagreements, whatever, leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll try and answer them as soon as possible. Appreciate you guys being a part of the stream, part of my YouTube, a part of my Twitter. Can't thank you guys enough. Make sure you follow and subscribe to all those things, and I'll see you guys next time for another video on Godric TV. Alright, I love you all. See you again next time.